Alright guys, this is going to be a really cool tutorial on how to make a kind of a trick on your eyes occur, but this is a three-dimensional drawing, in which case I'm going to use an object. In this case I got a battery, and I'm just going to create what would be a little outline using sort of some tracing here to start this off with, establishing the edge of this shape. And instead of tracing the actual form that's sitting on the paper, I'm going to close one eye and I'm going to use the camera that you see me holding, and I'm going to follow, you see the tip of my pencil going up to this corner. I'm going to use that as a reference point. That's going to dictate my line that goes down to this corner. And so if I wanted to pull in a ruler and connect the line there, I could do just that. Okay, if I were to do the same thing, let me go back and find where I was. There I am. There's that point. All right, if I come back with my pencil and find that corner of the top there, make a reference point. Notice the top of the terminal on the battery, right about here. And I'm rounding this edge off here, making that diagonal line there. Those will be my reference points, so when I go back and outline, I can use the ruler to draw that. Alright, so this is really cool. I'm going to move the battery for a second. Take a look at the shape I've outlined on my paper. I'm going to put that back for a second. Now, this camera is utilizing, or helping me utilize, the three-dimensional aspects of this drawing, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. This corner right here will be very important to help me establish a few things. And what I'm talking about here will make perfect sense. If I were to look right through the battery and somehow figure out where this line is traveling behind here, I'm trying to establish where this corner connection would be on the back side of that battery. Now the only way I can do that is to put my phone down and use my other hand. I almost need an extra hand to do this. I can kind of imagine if this line were to come straight through here from that corner, and then pass straight from this corner right through there. I can kind of imagine where that intersection might be, and that's going to help me get my point. So I moved the battery to come back and show you where I found that point. And you could use any object for this drawing. It's just showing you with a kind of a three-dimensional block form like this battery. Now I've got that vertical I can connect from this corner to this corner. That'll be pretty easy. That's going to show you that block shape. I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a moment to catch up on where these terminals should go on the top of this. Well, I'll kind of get them sketched in first. You can see where this is going to be placed here. I have one right about there. Over to about right here. Actually, I got it turned the wrong way. There we go. Alright, so I spent a little bit of time on the battery terminals, as you can tell, but I'm trying to get them to look fairly realistic. I'm shading in the cap on top, and the main thing is going to be the aspect of realism that goes into the shape of this thing. When I remove the battery, and you can see the three-dimensional aspects of the drawing. Again, this is just for fun. This is an exercise you can practice using an object and a camera angle or a vantage point that you use your eyesight with. So watch what happens if I take that away. If I move the camera, see something like this. If I move the camera back down to something like this, you see what might look like a battery. Okay. Alright, so we end up with something kind of like this. That's the finished result. So I took a little time, some details in there. Could have done a lot better, of course, with more time, but you can see what happens with that angle being taken care of by the camera. Just taking your time, using your eyesight and the help of the camera, really cool things happen. Notice I took the scissors and cut off a line to help create that illusion. But what happens when you look at it from another angle? It makes not much sense, and this is really distorted and just doesn't work. But from the right angle,